Hi, it's Demonart_4 or Demonart or Tiff. Unfortunately, it's a Monday, so my streams cut out on these days. I did not realise that it was Monday because I don't really keep track of time. That's why I have these things that go off. But anyway, stream ended in the middle of me watching the Thragg rap by Rustage and Maguire. Two amazing artists. I think what I'm going to do here is, just with this recording, watch the Thragg video here, and then I'm also going to watch the Gilgamesh video that I said I would watch. If you want like extra depth that maybe I don't cover during this video, do just skip to the very end of my stream that I did today. Today is the 18th, so if I haven't posted it today, that probably just means that unfortunately I will post this in like an hour's time. But yeah, anyway, let's get straight into it. This is only probably going to be like, what, 20 minutes? I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna watch through the entire thing first, just to add that as a prefix, and then I'm gonna go crazy with it, because I have some things that I would talk about.
Dissidence is murder. Dissidence is murder. I'm gonna take you further. I'm gonna take you further. Think you got the power. Think you got the power. I am the usurper. I am the usurper.
I can do it en masse. Legions cut them down like it's tax season. They can talk the demands. Grievance, lay them out. I don't stand treason. Don't want beef, you get hands. Vegan, made a mess of the man's eating. They all listen to Thragg, leading on your knees to the grand legion. I don't care what you say, I don't like that. When I tear through a race to the fight back, not compared to the grit, and no airs to my ring. I got melt off the face like an ice cap. I got Craig on my right hand strapped like an eye patch. Blasted the brains at the back like a mind map. Eat bat and eyelash, spread my own trips. That's a new kind of life hack. Nah. They about a witness. You're not a scourge to me, I've seen sickness. You a statistic, hisses in my DNA, cause I'm like Genghis Khan to these bitches. The conquest, gon' bang my forgiveness. Best in the business, turn to ash to forget they existed. I made the laws and I check with my privilege.
I gave my life to join the army. And I gave that
Viltrum wants you to join the army.
life until I lost it. I know that you pick your poison. You can never die alone or running free. Oh, kids are noisy. You look aside and know I'm fighting for my home. Drive down the line, even if the thoughts are too long.
I feel like I need to buy a skull so I can just hold it in my hand off screen, because I basically spend almost every single stream with my left hand just in the air like this. I gotta buy a skull. I have to buy a skull. Sorry, I just want to put that out there. Let me think of other things to put in my hand for now.
I'm the one who can go the distance. Biggest threat to the solar system. Wayne Rollins, they gon' know the vision. I'm forcing men to make coalitions. I'm a conservative like a coefficient. Ain't no propaganda, you gon' know I'm different. That's a chauvinism, that's a splitting families more than social distance. You're in no position, you're in no position to be talking a big game. Power scaling, they be thinking it clickbait. Say 100, I be talking about win rate. Autocratic, they be mad when I dictate. Mad when I invade, mad when I staple their head to their ribcage. Mad when I pull out the pen, they get lost in the ink stains. Mad when they cross, they compress like a bit rate. You are not our guy. You are no leader, no king, you're not even a threat. I built this kingdom from ruin.
Okay, I didn't watch up until this point, so everything... Now I'm going to start reacting, because the rest of it... Everything before this point, I already watched on stream. I will talk about afterwards, because I don't want to just hit you in the face constantly. But my goodness, it's just immediately going into Invincible slander. You're not Argyle. Well, this is more so towards Nolan, more than likely, because, you know, he really beefed with Nolan becoming Argyle's inheritor.
You are no leader, no king.
You're no leader, no
You're not
king,
even a
you're not
threat.
even a threat. Oh my goodness, and it's fucking true. Because Nolan really did fumble by not executing Thragg in that moment. And obviously, the next moment they meet, Thragg stabs him through the stomach and chest area and rips him in half.
Kingdom from ruin, you're not an obstacle, you're just a means to...
I mean, yeah, he kind of did build it from ruin. I mean, it's more like he put it into ruin and then, like, pulled it back out with, you know, right after Argyl's assassination, him doing the whole massive everyone murder each other fest about 1,000 years prior to the story, but nonetheless.
You are no leader, no king, you're not even a threat. I built this kingdom from ruin. You're not an obstacle, you're just a means to an end. You're just a bite.
Yeah, true. It's just he's just meant to be a way for Argyl's line to continue. Because truly, Thragg did love Argyl in a certain sense of the word. More of the Greek method of where love has multiple meanings. It's just that love between, like, I wouldn't say subordinate and leader. It's almost like a fatherly love. Or, no, sorry, a child's love to their parents.
Stand ready to witness ascension and see the effects. They will be hearing my chorus repeat.
I mean, in a sense, Invincible and Nolan were bystanders to the whole Viltrumite life. Nolan, having lived during the sickness, is there. But, you know, Invincible's not experienced any of that. Mark is just not present, so fair enough.
You're just a bystander, ready to witness ascension and see the effects. They will be hearing my chorus repeated in history, told through the screams of the dead.
Okay, whoa, that was beautiful. Talk about Requiem, for real. Requiems are an unfinished. I think they're an unfinished song that's meant to be sung by the dead, or, sorry, sung in like, honor of the dead, or because someone died and didn't get finished. It's one of those two. I forget which one that word means. That's why I refer to that.
The effects, they will be hearing my chorus repeated in history, told through the screams of the dead.
Beautiful. And obviously, it's because everyone who goes against them just fucking dies. I love it. I mean, in a sense, almost like... It almost feels like it's a reference to Battle Beast, because of how Battle Beast was just screams his lungs out in pretty much every single fight. You know that motherfucker was screaming when he fought Thragg on Fraxa? I forget the name of the planet. Okay, sorry, just going back. That's a fucking crazy idea. Using Anissa to end that is atrocious. Having a clear sexual innuendo and then showing her right afterwards kind of peeves me. But then also that idea of a character who did in fact turn after fucking someone is crazy. And ironically, it was his biggest enemy, so. Conquest appearing as well. Damn, do you think Thragg fucked? No, don't go down that road. Anyway, 10 out of 10 song. My goodness, I need to re-listen to it just so I can like properly give you a opinion. So yeah, so distance is murder is so I had to look up what distance means, Loki, but distance is referring to when you go against an authority figure or a government or some sort of like, you know, organizational power. So obviously him being the Grand Regent, you know, you can't say it's decadence? No, wrong word. Deicide? Or there's got to be a different word for it. But it's you know, it's dia something. Or I still went down the wrong route. I'm talking about gods. Regicide. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. My god. So there's so many fucking sides. There's patricide, regicide, deicide. I'm sure there's much more, but those are the ones that come to mind immediately. But obviously, regicide. It can't be that because, you know, he's not actually the king. He's not the emperor. He doesn't have a right to rule, essentially. But he is the Grand Regent, so he's the governmental figure. And obviously, it's basically them saying, going against him, you might as well have killed someone because you will be executed for it. You can't go against him. I mean, after all, the first thing we see of Conquest meeting him is him basically saying, death is, you know, not worthy of you. But anyway.
I'm gonna take it further. I'm gonna take it further. Think you got the power.
Think you got the power.
I am the usurper.
Usurper, because he eventually goes back and tries to kill Nolan and Mark, who are the, heirs to the throne.
I can do it en masse,
En masse, because he's leading large groups, because of the ring around the planet, which is meant to signal every time a Viltrumite leaves the home of what their greatest failure was, and of course of his kids, because he has so many fucking kids.
Just cut them down like it's tax season. They can talk the demands, greed and slay them.
I thought this bad guy was the betrayer. Sorry, I didn't think he was the betrayer, and he was. I thought when the betrayer killed Argyle, I thought that this guy was in the room. That's why I thought he originally killed him. I didn't know it was just for shits and giggles.
No, I don't stand treason. Don't want beef, you get hands. Vegan, made a mess of the man's eating. They all listen to Thragg, leading on your knees for the grand region. I don't care what you say, I don't like that.
I love how Rostage does.
They all listen to Thragg,
He does this like lead up.
on your knees for the grand.
Sort of like that sort of noise. I love it.
I don't care what you say, I don't like that. When I tend to
Switches, which doesn't it makes it feel like you're dropping without even dropping it truly.
leading on your knees for the grand region. I don't care what you say, I don't like that. When I tend to a race to the fight back, not compared to the grit and no heirs to my ring.
No heirs because he doesn't consider his own kids to be worth it, but also because he fucking used them as as like those towel whips against Invincible, throwing them to their death against him. And also, he himself is not an heir to the throne.
The face like an ice cap. I got Craig on my right hand, strapped like an eye patch. Blasted the brains at the back like a mind map. Eat bat and eyelash, spread my own trips. That's a new kind of life.
This went fucking crazy. I love this line of just,
Strapped like an eye patch.
new way making troops. It's life hack. I can imagine it like a Viltrumite life hack channel doing this shit.
Blasted the brains at the back like a mind map. Eat bat and eyelash, spread my own trips. That's a new kind of life hack. They're about a witness. You're not a scourge to me. I've seen sickness. You're a statistic. Hisses in my DNA because I'm like
Genghis Khan being a known for not genocide. I don't think it's for genocide. It's for just massacring people. Like he has a high body count, but also he has a high body count because he fucked lots of people. In fact, most Asian, if you are of Asian descent, you more than likely are related to this guy because of how many people he fucked. And obviously, Thragg fucked a lot of people and kills a lot.
Gone to these bitches, for conquest, gon' beg my forgiveness. Best in the business, turn to ash to forget they existed. I made the laws and I check with my privilege.
I gave my life to join the army.
It reminds me of those, those. You need to join the Viltrum army today, and also him being part of the army and as a war leader is him giving his life. He dedicated his entire life to Viltrum and then eventually was discarded. Which I think is about to come up in a second.
I gave that life till I lost it. That life on me. I gave that life.
I grade that line. I'm assuming it was like, he walked the line of being part of the army, I
Till
guess.
I lost.
So, the age of his kids are confusing, to say the least. They also look really similar to Mark. Like, this guy looks really similar to Mark. I don't know. He looks like he's a Thragg's descendant, I will say. He looks like he's General Krieg's descendant. More like a combo.
I know that you pick your poison. You never die alone.
And obviously he died riding. After fucking many people, because that's a different form of riding. But also, he attacked with him with his own. Because he used them as a weapon. And also, he charged with them. But no, he did also smack them two. And the home is because he was fighting for Viltrum at the start. And this is him basically when he's killing Debbie and Nolan. He's like, you guys have been going too well for too long. This one's a reference. This is a sexual innuendo. It's just him saying that he fucked Justice ain't blind anymore because he fucked its eyes open, essentially.
I'm the one who can go the distance. Biggest threat to
Distance because he's the fastest. Solar system because he went to Earth and he's the reason why the coalition of planets is sending the Scourge to our
the solar system. William Rollins, they gon' know the vision. I'm forcing men to make coalition.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a constant factor like a coefficient. Ain't no propaganda. You gon' know I'm different. That's a chauvinism. That's a splitting families. More
splitting families is because he's the reason why that entire half.
constant factor like a coefficient. Ain't no propaganda. You gon' know I'm different. That's a chauvinism.
You know, he's different because he's fucking gathering up wind in his harm and creating a vortex.
That's a splitting.
Splits that family because everyone on the right side, he's the reason they died. Or at least the Viltrumite army is the reason why Oliver's mum died. But Oliver and he personally killed both Oliver and Nolan.
Families more than social distance. You're in no position. You're in no position to be talking a big game. Power scaling. They be thinking it.
Obviously, this is just basically him talking to
They say 100. I've been talking about win rate. All the credit. They be mad when I dictate. Mad when I invade. Mad when I staple their head to their ribcage. Mad when I put out the pen. They get lost in the ink stains. Mad when they cross. They compress like a bit rate. You are not our guy. You are no leader, no king, you're not even a threat. How about this kingdom from ruin? You're not an obstacle, you're just a means to an end. You're just a bystander, ready to witness this tension and see the effects. They will be hearing my chorus repeated in history, told through the screams of the dead.
You pick your poison. You never die alone or running free. Hear the noise and you can look aside and know I'm fighting for my home. Drive them away. Living like 1,000 miles too long. Running yourself away. When they hear my soul, listen, this is murder. I'm gonna take it further. Think you got the power. I am the usurper. Listen, this is murder. I was an observer. Justice ain't impartial. I'm the one who turned her. Listen, this is murder. I'm gonna take it further. Think you got the power. I am the usurper. Listen, this is murder. I was an observer. Justice ain't impartial. I'm the one who turned her.
Alright, peak song, absolutely peak song. That's going in my my YouTube album. I'm gonna have to put that into my hold on. Save. I'm gonna put in hype for now. I'll try and I'll be trying to put more things around for that one. So let's go back to the channel, and I really enjoyed. You're gonna say, "Oh, this isn't watched." I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really care about a lot of this shit. Like it's not my interest. I definitely have to watch this one at some point. I read the first chapter of Gachikuta when it came out pretty much, but I wanted to read it all physically, and my library just never stocked more than like the first, I think, like 2 books, so I never got to finish that one, which pissed me off. I accidentally watched the Ikaza rap. I didn't mean to. This guy's got a lot of stuff. I swear I have definitely watched some of these that it just hasn't shown up. Is it called Prime? The Transformers Prime movie was peak. Like, I'll be hearing nada about anything else. Avatar. Well, I'm gonna open you up as well. Shogun. David and Mitchell. What? What a interesting choice. Okay. I don't know enough about him, but it's just funny to see that he's got a music video. I'll take that one. I guess I'll take this one as well. I swear I've listened to borrow this guy's stuff, surely. God. Let's just keep going. Just keep going. Ichigo? Damn, I don't think I listened to the Ichigo one. How could I have done this? Why did I do this to myself? Hello, bitch. Rap battles? Damn, I've gone back pretty far, to be honest. Let's go for like 5 more seconds, and then I will... Well, I have to watch Josuke one as well, don't I? Like, logically speaking. I feel like I'm going really far back, aren't I? It's going to be interesting to see on my own how stuff has changed. I'm not going to be recording the rest of that, unless you guys like beg for it, but by that point you can assume that I've already listened to it on my own, so you're not going to be seeing anything for the first time. Anyway, This one I haven't seen for the first time, but I love it so much, man. Gilgamesh is one of my favourite Fate servants, and I recently read the Epic of Gilgamesh, and that was absolute fucking fire. So, I just gotta do it.
I am your ruler. I am your king.
I will be singing along to this one.
I am the lyrics of the symphony that everyone sing. I am your ruler. I am your oh, I was born to play this part, and I won't stop until I'm done. I am your ruler.
Now you're talking with the best, it's Gilgamesh. Anybody stepping got a death wish. They be summoning but never running up the set list. In a normal story they be calling it an epic. Sending fighters were feeling too empathetic. Them men are blinded like Iliad. Better find them a meta, the treasure line in the Babylon.
There's so many references immediately in this one, I love it. I'm not going to be picking on all of them. Medic is Merlin, Ilia, obviously because he cut her eyes. There was one earlier on, but I...
On every weapon collected, I'm delivering the message. The road return when they get it down the prototype. Every king and hero, every note.
When you see him
Every weapon collected, I'm delivering the message. The road return when they get it down the prototype.
I love this version of Gilgamesh. So this is Prototype Gilgamesh. Highly recommend checking out the Prototype series. He looks so fucking cool, and his noble phantasm has a bit of a change. And he's objectively a different character, but yeah.
Every king and hero, every noble knight, every single melody and note of mine, every myth and weapon, every living legend, every history lesson they be teaching. Got me started with my own design. You don't got permission to look upon me with open eyes. Never judging marriage proposal for goddess trophy rise. I'll jump in the shooting, descent of battle to overtime. And the universe, a pelling ear and it's closing time. Yeah.
Everybody here is so stored in the place that I know I'm in.
I don't wanna talk to the peasants, nah.
Every time I try to bring another woman face me, I'm over it.
They about to power my presence.
I am your ruler, I am your king. I am the lyrics of the symphony that all people sing. I am your ruler, I am your oh, I was born to play this part, and I won't stop until I'm done. I am your ruler.
I give them caution and advisory. They may put the saber, but lady, this ain't no rivalry. Crazy how you be fighting me, turn the race to a dying breed. I set the signal cannon and I melt them up refineries. They go die at the side of me, read my lens in the library. Drinking wine in my finery, redesign your societies. Just a god through a common, a good discover your piety. I'm the king of the conquerors, leave them gutted like Ryder B. I'm cutting through the bases like an EQ. You're so far below me, I don't think I even see you. When I want they rush, I got a mountain like a priest. They ain't got no equals unless your name is a key. I even
Sorry, just I hear you right.
when I want they rush, I got a mountain like a priest.
Fuck you, Rasputin. Fuck you, Kosobine.
They ain't got no equals unless your name is a key. On the way to heaven, perfection in every scene too. They go peep the god and know exactly what I've been through. Try like clairvoyance, I can read the way your team is. I'm the king of heroes, you're the one they got a team move.
Everybody here is so stored in the place that I know I'm in.
I don't wanna talk to no peasants, nah.
Every time I try to bring another woman face me, I'm over it.
They about to power my presence.
I am your ruler, I am your king. I am the lyrics of the symphony that all the people sing. I am your ruler, I am your oh, I was born to play this part, and I won't stop until I'm done. I am your ruler,
They don't wanna step to the throne, I'm the best and they know that's me.
I am your ruler,
Ain't nobody mess with the go from my head to my toes, that's me.
I am your ruler.
Happy leaving death where I go, happy weapon I own so clean.
Oh, I was born to play this part, and I won't stop until I'm done. I am your ruler.
I'm gonna wait till the end.
That's me. Happy leaving death where I go, happy weapon I own so.
So I just want to go back to this part, just because I love something they do here.
Leaving death where I go, happy weapon I own
As
so
he
clean.
says, I was born. He shows Gilgamesh as a child archer to play, and you see him when he's a tyrant teenager, because in his teenage years he was a tyrant. It's not actually accurate, by the way. If you read the Epic of Gilgamesh, you'll see that in the original epic, his tyranny was more so, basically, he just messed with people too much. So what he would do is essentially he would just fight, play, drink, and just like bother the young people of Babylonia, ancient Babylonia, just for way too long. Or ancient, is it Uruk or Uru? I forget which one. It depends on which version you're. I think it's the original version. It's Uruk, and in the Oh, Simurian? No. Simurian? There's a different... Aclidian? Whatever. There's another version of the epic which was made like 1,000 years later, which is where Ea comes from. Ea was the second name of Gilgamesh, but he was also a god hero, and Enkidu also got renamed something else, which I forget right now. I think it was Enlil. Anyway, I highly recommend reading the Epic of Gilgamesh. Anyway, this version of him, that part, that's basically him. That's often what you see referring to him as Archer, but that is more so his, as he's on the journey to achieve, like, essentially long life, immortality. That's him during that journey. It's essentially just go, 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 fight everything you see, kill it, keep going. He's lost Enkidu at that point, so he's kind of empty. Yeah. And then finally you have Caster, which is him after he's completed his journey. He's lost the immortality, but he's dedicated himself to actually focusing on being a ruler. That's in fact where the singularity comes from in Fate, in the Grand Order, and also the actual version of him. By the way, if you read the Epic of Gilgamesh, you'll realize that probably he should have looked more like Ishkandar, to be completely honest with you. That's how he should have looked in his, like, teenage years. I'm fine with his look for, like, the end of his life, but he did not look like that at all. He was, like, bearded, you know, massive fucking built motherfucker. He was short. He was, like, 5'9", 5'11" or something, 5'8", 5'9", but that was tall for back then, so. I digress. Great song. Love it. Yeah. That's the end of that recording. I'm just gonna upload this in, like, 5 seconds, probably. I just wanted to make sure that I still had this for you guys, because I kind of messed up on this one, because I forgot what was gonna happen. I'm gonna try and make sure that I remember when it's Monday more frequently, so that problem doesn't happen that often. But yeah, it's gonna stop my recording here. Have a great night, great evening, great morning, whatever it is, and yeah. Crazy how this is going to be the one video I make after, like, so fucking long. Doodles!